friends, happy Sunday. This is video number 2, and this book is called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viorst, illustrated by Ray Cruz. Alright, so let's do a little review. What is this called? Front cover. What is this called? The spine. What's this called? The back cover. Good job. Judith Viorst is the author. So what did she do? She wrote the words, and the illustrator is Ray Cruz. So what does the illustrator do for stories? The illustrator draws the pictures. All right.
We have to put the rocks back.
Thank you for putting the rocks back. And this, do you guys remember what this is called? I opened up the book. This is the title page. Alright, pat yourselves on the back if you got those right at home. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Here's a good rock. It's all of colors.
Oh, thank you for saving that little rock for me.
And
Do you want to say hi in the video?
hello.
There's Joshua. Connor didn't want to come outside. And look, Noble's here too. Hey, say hi, Noble. Say hi. There's sweet Noble. Yes. Alright, let's get back to the story. Make sure I didn't skip any pages. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. Joshua, get out of that, please. Don't play in that. Get out. Thank you. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window.
Let me see.
Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window, too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said, if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Look at Alexander's face. He's in the middle of the back seat.
Let me see.
See it? There's his face right there. See, Joshua?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get the baby rock.
He dropped his baby rock. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Joshua, get out of there. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. That's not very nice, is it? I hope you sit on a tack. Ooh, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. Oh my goodness, guys, the bugs are so bad out here. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds. And Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
I'm sorry, Mama. It's gone. I'm sorry I didn't get you.
Woo!
I'm sorry.
Joshua, you scared me, grabbing me. All my neighbors are doing target
I
practice.
can get you another one.
Okay. And Joshua reached up and grabbed me from behind and hugged me at the same time, so I thought I was being shot. That's what it was. Because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist. Thumbs up if you like going to the dentist. Thumbs down if you don't like going to the dentist. I hope there's a bunch of thumbs ups. And Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. So he was the only one that has to come back because his brother didn't have any cavities. Only him. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot. Ow, ow, ow. And while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. Aww. Sometimes that happens with brothers. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one even answered. You brought me another rock, Joshua. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said, don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
What happened, Noble? What happened?
I don't know. Maybe he saw a bird.
Where's the other
There were
rock?
lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas.
Where is it? Where is
There was
it?
kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. Ugh.
Where's the other rock?
I don't know, Joshua.
This is it?
I don't know. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. That's true. Not all days.
That's Mama.
No, those are his two brothers. Even in Australia. I even have bad days in Australia. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
The end. So, I know that since they've closed
No
our
more
school...
books?
No, I'm done for today. Since they've closed school, some of us have had some terrible, horrible, no good, very bad days. I know I have. I know Connor has. We know Joshua has had some no good, horrible, terrible, very bad days. But remember at the end of the book, his mom said, what did she say? My mom says some days are like that, even in Australia. So everybody has bad days, but not every day is a bad day. So just remember, if you're having a bad day today, just think tomorrow will be better. Today is just one day. Tomorrow will be better. Not all days are bad days. Right, Joshua? Today is a good day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the best day.
It's the best day because it was Sunday. I got to sleep in. I got to watch church from home. I got to drink my coffee. What else? We get to play outside. Yeah. So, all right, friends. Happy Sunday. I love you. I miss you. And we'll see you in another video tomorrow.